commercial time.
Hello and welcome to Be Here Now, where presence invites perspective and allows peace. Today, our friends, this is the first show Janice and I have done in 2026 where it's just Janice and I.
Yay!
We don't have today. It is us. Ta-da!
Yay!
We welcome us to the show. Yay!
Yep.
Today, Janice and I are going to talk about trusting the voice within. She and I have had a lot of experience learning to trust the voice within. Would we say we are 100% there? Me? I would say no, not 100%. How about you, Janice?
Oh, 40%.
I'm going to challenge you. I think you're even higher than 40%.
Well, I think if I hear it, I trust it. But I think I have a challenge opening up to it.
And that's perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today, folks. So stick around. We're going to talk about how we have the processes we have learned to use to listen to that voice. Hell, I even had to figure out how to hear the voice that whispers within because everything around me was so loud. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Before we got some business to take care of, we are coming to you live on WGSN-DB Going Solo Radio, the new streamingnetwork.com, and the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network Radio, TV and podcast. I forgot TV and podcast.
Actually, the TV part caught my interest. This is TV? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. I am your co-host, Judy Forder, and I am here with my co-host in peace, Miss
Janice Leonard. Hey, everybody. So glad to have you here.
First and foremost, before we even roll into our nonprofit thing, how are you feeling this week?
Oh, how am I feeling? I am feeling this. Apparently, my humerus was broken and the ball was shattered. So, and they can't put a cast on it. So I just have to lay still. So I would say I am a professional sitting on the coucher, keeping my arm still person.
I deserve that skill.
And it's something I've developed over the years and I've been very good at. So yeah.
It's serving you.
It's very much. It's pretty painful a lot of times, but not if I don't move. So here we go.
Yeah, and the goal is to avoid that nasty surgery. So that's what you need to do right now.
Yep. Yes, absolutely. Or preserve enough shoulders so that I'll be okay to move perfectly later on.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt your flow, but I mean, I wanted to know in the pregame was, how are you feeling?
Oh, thanks. Funny, I don't know if any of you guys did this, but I put my own pains and complaints, always push them aside. No one wants to hear that. And so it's nice to be asked. Thank you.
Of course. All right.
Yeah. It's so, I just wanted everyone to know how we appreciate your support and being here and growing with us or learning with us and sharing. If you're welcome to share too, or just share with somebody else. I don't care, but thank you. We appreciate you. We are here every week. We're talking about our stories, our experiences, bringing some excellent guest speakers with all kinds of different tools and ways that you can help be healing and be more at peace, feel the love, open heart, and to be here now. So we are part of just like that. We are part of a 501c3. And which means donations are tax deductible. You can go to our website at peacefulempowermentworks.org and click on the donate button, and anything you can do is appreciated, whether it's a donation, financial, or a like, or just supporting us by being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you capable to ding us in?
I am. It's going to be a ding, not a nice thing, but
all right.
I've got the dinger.
All right, everybody, deep breath through your nose. Out through your mouth. Lovely. Janice and I were doing a lot of catching up in the pregame because we've had guests every week since the new year, which has been lovely. but we had some catching up to do.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, when you're like in crisis, you go to the freeze place. I do. And, so I just kind of been shut down, and just that talk with you, I just feel opened up again. Like my heart's open again, and I'm here, and it feels great. And it's easy to just go back to that shutdown place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. It's an honor. But I'm hearing that we need to make a point out of you shutting down now is very different. We even did a whole show about it than you shutting down in the past.
True.
Shutting down in the past was complete numb. You didn't feel anything. You didn't want to deal with anything. And, this is, you're aware of the turmoil. You're aware of the chaos, and you're giving yourself the grace to take a break. Yes,
I'm trying. Yes, I am mostly successful.
Yeah, that's very different from checking out of life.
Yeah. Okay. And it's like, there is a message for me, because I've had this bad shoulder for years, and it's very painful all the time, but I just adapted, never did anything about it. But then when this one like snapped and I ended up having to have surgery on it, I was like, okay, but at least I still had use of my right arm pretty much. And now I don't have my right arm. So it's like messages, okay, we got more work to do. Now it's going to be your right arm, because I'm extremely right-handed, and I feel, unable to use my left hand. And one of the things yes, one of the things I try to do to shut down is I'm watching TV or whatever, but I also like do on my iPad, a game or something, or a puzzle or something, or a coloring thing. And I can't do it with my left arm. And so it's like, okay, you challenge me some more. So now I have to sit here and not be so distracted, and to be present. And yeah, so I don't know if that's the path.
Well, it's interesting, because in the pregame, it kept coming up that it's time for Janice to practice and allow herself to color with her left hand. We have a perfectionist within there that needs to be released and exercised.
That's true. And that's the thing, is it's like black and white. Either I'm empowered and healthy and wise, or I'm worthless and no good. So it's, there's all that stuff in the middle that I got to keep working. And no, that's where we all live. We all live in the gray. So, let's be kind. I don't have to be perfectly healthy or wise, enlightened.
Or color in the lines. I don't think we were born to color in the lines, Janice.
You didn't know my father, did you? I had a wonderful father, but he was a perfectionist. And even, like his handwriting was beautiful. And my sister's handwriting is beautiful. Mine's not. And I was like, apparently when my sister was learning how to write, my father would practice with her for hours on her handwriting. So she has this beautiful handwriting. I was the last of four, so he was sick of it by the time I came around for it, I think. But yeah, my handwriting, no.
No. Mine is all a combination of capital letters and small letters, and some of it's cursive, some of it's print. It's a mess.
Yeah, it's a little side, but I think it's amazing to me that we all have a unique handwriting, though, that you can get your handwriting analyzed and see if it's different than somebody else's. What incredible, innumerable differences and things. That just struck me. Okay.
Very subtle as a flowy stroke. Is there a break? Yeah, it is pretty.
Yeah, okay.
See, we're all unique, from our fingerprints to our writing.
That's right. That's right. And if I wrote like my sister or father, I wouldn't be unique, would I?
Exactly.
He was a perfectionist. I love him dearly. Really, he was good dad. Loved me very much, but gave me that.
Yeah.
I had this concert my senior year, because I played clarinet all through school, and it was my senior pops. I was extremely shy and insecure. But I was daring myself to play a solo at my pop's concert my senior year. Ooh. And I did. And, I get into the car after the concert, my father says, "Oh, not much intonation." I'm like, do you have any idea how much courage it took me to play? You're lucky I didn't squeak through the whole thing. Never mind have intonation. Good morning, Cece.
Good morning, Cece.
So that's fun.
See, and it's that perfectionist in there that won't let you. It's not that you can't color with your left hand.
Yeah.
That perfectionist won't let you. So that's why I was hearing you need to exercise that.
Yeah. Because like my sister, she's of course, she's beautiful handwriting. She's a great arts and crafts person. She sings great. She plays a guitar, and I never tried those things. Because, of course, when you start, you're terrible. You're not good.
Right.
And therefore, it took years before I tried sewing even. She made a wedding dress for someone. She made my wedding dress. I mean, that's the kind of seamstress she is.
I think that leads perfectly into our topic for today. Trusting within.
Yeah.
Trusting the voice within. Okay, so this is actually from one of our previous shows. And this is my go-to. It's a little poem that I found early on in my journey. And when I was being encouraged by my teachers to trust that voice that whispers within. And it just brings me back to center. So there is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel that this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No preacher, teacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you. Just listen to the voice that speaks inside.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, in the beginning, I had a lot of voices speaking inside. And the ones that were the loudest were the ones that kept telling me I can't or don't even try. So that's why I felt like this was the perfect segue. You were saying I wouldn't even try those things because my sister was already so great at them.
Yeah.
So in that, we limit, we put ourselves in these boxes because of all the rules we make for ourselves. I can't possibly try sewing because my sister's so much better at it. And, we've talked about my sister Laura, who's crafty. We've had our friend Laurie on the show, who's very crafty. And that is why they created Crappy Craft Night. So I felt like I could come and hang out.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's very much the same thing. Like I wouldn't even try to do those Zentangles because I'm horrible at it anyway. Well, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I think the mandalas, the coloring, painting in the mandalas, because also it was about being, as perfect as you can in the lines. But I noticed it didn't matter if you weren't perfect because then you could, do things and fix it up. And that made me feel like, kind of started to feel like maybe it was okay. It was okay to try and not be perfect. So that was a little bit of a healing thing for me. Yes.
Beautiful. And one of the first things we need to do is learn how to quiet the external noise and the internal noise. Because, we've talked about the bully and the critic and all these archetypes that we carry within us.
Yeah.
The ego is constantly, for me, the ego was always the loudest. And I didn't know there was something different.
Right.
I just thought that voice in there that was, constantly beating me up and telling me no and don't try those things. Oh, be afraid and things like that was the only voice I had.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I learned to quiet the external and the internal that I was able to start hearing that voice that whispers.
Yeah. Because that voice you were hearing, that's not your internal voice. That's the critic. That's your ego. Yeah.
It's what we've been conditioned to believe, whether it was what we were told or what we saw. We've touched on weight issues, body image issues, and all those kind of things. And it wasn't what was said to me necessarily, but it was watching my mother who had terrible body image issues and how she spoke of her body. And when I was put on a diet and, at 8 or 9 and all those things, because she would talk about being fat, weak, and vulnerable, then I must be. If I'm put on a diet too, then I am fat, weak, and vulnerable.
Yeah.
And then you start to build your defenses around that, so it's not triggered, because it hurts when it's triggered.
Yeah.
Then we build these walls so we don't feel the bad, but we also block out the good.
It's true. So true.
So it's, sometimes it was my mother's voice, and not directed at me, but listening to her talk about herself. That was such an issue, and learning to quiet the chaos on the outside and the chaos on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
What were some of the things that helped you quiet your world so that you could start to hear?
It's interesting. Well, I think my voice, I always think of, it's my stepmother's, which, but I think I've gotten a little bit bigger. But okay, the short answer, it was my stepmother's. And I don't even know if she said these things or if it was implied or what, but like I would hear, okay, for me, I would hear, you're worthless, good. And then also she would judge other people. Like if we talk about the weight thing, she would, look at that little fatty over there. Or, she'd make comments. And so I really grew up thinking, people are judging me, looking at me, I'm a little fatty over there, so it's those voices for me. Well, one level is just that the things that were said and you grow up with, and you think that's how you're supposed to think. And that's how it is.
Right.
And then one day, I think I started to meet people who looked at me and didn't see a fat person. And I was like, that can't be true. I didn't believe it, but then there's a few people I believed it.
Okay.
And I was like, well, you know what? Maybe not everybody just looks at me and say, oh, there's a little fatty, And so I guess it starts just a little bit like that, is you have to start thinking that it's not that. And then the real first time I think I might have, heard, some kind of my internal great wisdom and everything, is my first job after college was I worked at Toys R Us as assistant manager. I had this idea of it give me good, broad, general management experience. I suppose it did. But I hated it. It was really bad. Like you're the assistant manager, means you're the grunt person to empty the trucks, the trucks with all the stuff in it, and fill all the shelves when you can't get employees to do their job. But you grow up in that, you don't quit jobs, you work, blah, 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 and I was so unhappy. It's the first time that I think this really happened to me. And one day I went to the ocean. I live near the ocean. University of New Hampshire is near the coast. And I went on the coast to sat on some rocks. And it just came to me, you just leave the job. It's okay to be happy. You don't have to stay at the job. And that was nowhere was this ever like from my background. So I don't, that's, and then like a peace came over me. And I was like, oh, okay. So I learned that day that when you're true and honest with yourself, instead of what you think you should do or what's to do and I should do, no, bad, good, bad, that it just felt good. Because I was like being my true self. Yeah, it was just, that was my first real experience.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you went to the ocean.
Yeah.
You went to the ocean, and I mean, the ocean itself is very healing. I am very drawn to it as well.
Yeah.
So you could quiet the noise outside and get quiet within. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that voice within is what we're talking about, is your intuition. That wisdom. It's a voice that I love. The whole definition of intuition is when you don't know how you know, but you know, and you knew, and that's all you needed to know. It's like you had this information come down through you, and it hit you in that heart, and it felt true.
Yeah.
That's why you experience peace.
Yeah. Instead of just living in the external shoulds.
Exactly.
And bads. Yeah.
Because it's about what is right and perfect for you. And that voice inside is never wrong. It's
it was pretty amazing.
Whether or not we're trusting it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can get that peace inside of you. And, one of them is sitting by the beach. I always, when I first came into this world of meditation, I'm not one that was good at sitting and just trying to visualize or be at peace. So doing something. I was so happy when I learned about moving meditation. Walking is a form of meditation. Doing the dishes, cutting the grass, something where you're not locked into having to use a lot of mental logic and processes, where you can lose yourself in the coloring, just like we were talking about earlier. We have a whole list, different ways to meditate. Cooking, solving puzzles, listening to music. Mandala coloring is on the list. Gardening, knitting, crocheting, making your quilts, aromatherapy.
Zentangle. Don't forget Zentangle. I got all my supplies now. I just can't do it because of my right arm. But I can't wait till I can use my right arm again.
Left.
Oh, you're going to challenge me to use my left, aren't you?
Yes. You know, reading, deep breathing, skipping stones, doing crafts, Tai Chi, yoga, you know, writing. And it's really important. You know, people are always like, can I speak it into my phone? Can I type it? And yes, that's all fine, but it means more. The connection is deeper when you handwrite things. So handwriting, journaling, people are always like, journaling, organizing your kitchen, watching. It's funny when I feel something brewing inside of me, like I feel like I'm going to cry, but I can't. I'll intentionally watch a movie that makes me cry because it opens that door. And it allows, tears are very cleansing and clearing. Burning a candle. I love fire. Sitting in front of a fire, whether it be a single flame or the fire pit.
Yeah.
You know, anything where you can engage in rock painting, creative visualization, using your imagination. Listening to details is one of them. Would you say?
Hand drumming.
Hand drumming, absolutely. Light exercise, music. I love music. Tea ceremony, okay. Stretching, taking photos, being out in nature, just sitting out there and allowing yourself to listen to the birds and the trees and the wind. You have a very beautiful property that you live on. Diamond art. I don't know what that is, Cece. Do you know what diamond art is? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah. We got a message from Cece saying I do diamond art. And I did try that. That's cool. Thank you, Cece.
What is diamond?
I didn't have the patience.
What is it?
It's like you get a little design. And I think this is what she's talking about because I tried it. Is it like you take these little, I'll call them beads, but they're not. They're like crystals, whatever. I don't know. And you glue it onto the colors and you follow the colors all around. And you end up with this beautiful work of art. You know, it's just, in theory, it's just gluing. But, oh, man, I think maybe the one I bought was too big, but you've got to have patience.
One at a time. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh, and Janice, look at the time. We need to take a break. We need to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Okay. See ya. Hey, I was just thinking about the diamond art is you have to be totally present and good. Cece now says, I'll send you some. Thank you. Oh, she does fridge magnets. See, it's smaller. She does fridge magnets. Maybe I could be successful with that because you have to be present and it's just, you create it. You like build it. That's my feeling.
It's like Zentangle bedazzled.
Exactly. With a sparkle.
With sparkles. I love it.
Yes, it is.
And if there's anybody else out there watching, share with us how you get to that quiet place inside. Because we'd love to know. And then once you start hearing it, now it's about trusting it.
Yeah.
Now it's about trusting it. And I was very fortunate when I started this journey that I had two core teachers that one of the very first things they taught was the only thing you can trust in the world is you. So trust that inner voice. Energy never lies, and trust the inner voice.
You had a school teacher teach you that?
No.
Oh, okay.
When I started this spiritual journey, when I started to,
the life teacher.
Even when I call it spiritual journey anymore, it's like when I started to learn how to get my head out of my ass.
Oh, he's brilliant. That's a great message.
Isn't it, though?
Wouldn't it be great if we did learn that when we were young?
Yeah.
Instead of learning to think that we're little fatties over there.
Yeah. And that everybody in the external knows us better than we know us, and that's where the disconnect happened. Yeah. So, so the journey of reconnection, I had that foundation of trust that voice inside. If it's telling you something's off, pay attention.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but when I started getting to know that voice and being able to recognize it, I started very small, very little, like looking at a menu at a restaurant when we went out to eat and being like, okay, what do I want to eat? And whatever popped off the page, I ordered, and that's what I ate. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it and trust it, the stronger it gets. And then I'd open up the closet and be like, okay, what color am I wearing today? Because I have all my work shirts in chakra colors. And depending on what the client needed and the focus there, they'd pick a color. I'm like, okay.
Wow. Wow.
So it wasn't anything that was going to hurt me, affect other people in my life. It was just all about doing that dance with me and my inner voice. And am I going to trust this intuition? And very funny. I didn't ask why. Like, I wouldn't ask questions. When I got people on the table and I'm doing the energy work, if I was doing something new that I'd never done before, I wouldn't ask why, because I don't want them to think I don't trust. Oh no.
There you go.
But that's the position I needed to take in order for me to get more and more confident.
Yeah.
Voice.
Yeah.
How about you? Did you start small? I mean, because they were like, do not ask life-changing questions right off the bat, because if you're not going to take action, there's no point in asking. Wow.
What you just said is what happened to me. I think did my lack of trust. And I think, one of my reasons for my barriers is that my mother died when I was 4. And I was just always like, why is it, if there's such things as angels, why isn't she with me? Why don't I see her, I hear her, so I really needed that, wanted it, and didn't get it. And I remember, I think I was about 6 years old, and I was upset. Something my stepmother said, it was hurt me, and I was crying. And then I went right into my bedroom, and I was like, I want my mommy. And then I said to myself, Janice, you don't have your mother, so stop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think this is my current theory is I think that I really shut that all down. And even though I wanted it and craved it, it didn't matter. So yes, definitely, if you're not going to listen, that was me. You're not going to listen, you're not going to get it. And so I would only get it every once in a while, and I wouldn't even identify it as any kind of meaningful experience. But definitely I've had a few, like I said, definitely you can't argue. Like there's one, I can't take, I'll take it off my hand so you can see it. Get this ring. Yeah, you can see it, maybe, I don't know.
Very pretty.
Yeah. This ring, when I was young, I wanted a ring. Oh, I wanted, but not the adjustable ones. Cause when you're a kid, you never get real rings. Well, that's a real ring, but I wanted one that wasn't adjustable. And it was, you're just going to lose it. You can't, that was the message.
Right.
But then I'm guessing it was my 13th birthday. It could have been, who knows when, but I decided to say 13th birthday.
Okay.
my father got me this ring.
That one?
Yes. This very ring.
Wow.
And it got so worn down, I've had to, add gold and stuff to it so it'll stay together. And I was visiting my stepmother when she was passing, and it was very uncomfortable, difficult. But she lost her, she thought she lost her wedding ring to my father. They'd taken it, but she didn't remember her. No. And she was talking about it. I said, yeah. I said, oh, you know what, Mom? I said, I got this ring right here. This is a ring that Dad gave me when I was 13 years old. And as I'm saying that, the gem popped out on the floor.
Oh, no.
Now, this is a ring I wear 24/7.
Uh-huh.
And it's just, how can you not?
Right.
But I needed that kind of slap in the face, because you cannot say that there wasn't something to that.
Mm-hmm.
As I do I tell the story? I don't tell the story. It just so happened so yeah. Then I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not believing. Thanks, Dad. I love you.
Well, and I think, I was 26 when I lost my mom. So you were much younger having to deal with those things. But I know at 26, I had a very specific way of how they're supposed to appear to us and all these kind of things. We learn what angels look like in church, and we think we know, how they're supposed to show up and indicate that they're with us. And then I made the mistake of reading a horrible book that said once loved ones crossed over, they don't think about us ever again and they're gone forever. I'm like, yeah, I was like, well, that doesn't feel right. Yeah. So that's funny. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, I read this book thinking it's going to, educate me and help me connect with the other side. And it was the exact opposite. But I also knew this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. So I just kind of tossed the book aside, and funny, I didn't even think about it until now. So wow. Yeah, that didn't resonate with me. And I was able to toss it aside after working through a lot of devastation.
I can't tell you that if that would have been said to me, I mean, I don't know if I'd ever come out of it.
Yeah, that was crazy. But we have holding these expectations. That's why we say expectations are the cock block of the universe. We have this expectation of how it's going to show up. And here they are doing this thing for us like, hello, I'm here. And we're looking somewhere else for an indication. Just give me a
sign. Like jobs. I can see it. I've always seen it like in patterns, like in this job, it didn't work out, or this job didn't work out. And then I would realize, oh, this is a 3-year pattern, or I forgot my point to that because I got sidetracked with the thought. Now I guess I'm going to have to.
Patterns is good.
Yeah. Go ahead, take it back over, because now I've lost.
That's okay. So yeah, strengthening your intuition is very much like working a muscle at the gym. It's something that you have to exercise. We recommend you not start with big life-changing decisions. Like, should I sell my house and move to Alaska? I don't know that that's where you should start. But that voice, one of the things I had to learn was the voice that doesn't scream. That's the one I'm looking for, because ego's loud, soul whispers. That's what I've learned. And if it doesn't uplift, encourage, support, be kind and respectful, then that's not the intuitive voice. That's not the soul talking to you.
And one of the things I used to do is, when I first started out, is I would put, pluses, minuses, and, go through like it was something I was thinking of doing or whatever.
Ooh.
But yeah, it helped me concretely do that, because it very clearly could find what I should do. But yeah, that's the head, not the heart. But then when I tried to move to the heart, it was more of a, when I talked about it or thought about it, what did I feel? Did I feel tension? I think that's fear making me think that. Okay, I don't think it's motivated by goodness, my true self. I think it's fear. Okay, so what's this feel? And when I thought something and I didn't feel that anxiousness, I was like, okay, so maybe that's the one.
That's perfect. And it's not that soul isn't truthful. Soul is always going to tell you the truth, always, but it's delivered in an energy of neutrality and love. There is no judgment from the soul. There's no shaming. There's no blaming. There's no name calling. It's just pure love, support, guidance, kindness, respect. And when we live in a world that doesn't show those basic things, it's very easy to get caught up in the fact that, well, ego is just the way it is. Feeling shame about whatever is just the way life is.
Yeah. I think too that when you don't feel at peace or okay with your beliefs and views, you do, or it's easier to, or you maybe automatically do, I don't know, get caught up in the external chaos because because if you're not feeling peace, you can be with people who don't feel peace too, who are just running around and scared and fear. And it's hard to avoid getting caught up in that. You really have to be centered in who you are and what's right and what's wrong and what's good, best for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like so many of us have been in that state of chaos, survival mode for so long that we don't even remember. That was my thing. I didn't remember what it felt like to be hopeful. I didn't remember what it felt like to experience peace. And even when I started to experience peace, I was so mind fucking myself to, that's not peace. What's wrong? There has to be something wrong. Something's wrong. I'm not working on something. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. What is this? And then it was like, oh, wait, I think this is what peace feels like.
It's so foreign that you feel it and you want to reject it because it's different. What is that? But
exactly. And that's an excellent point, because peace is not in the comfort zone. The comfort zone is chaos, always questioning, always beating up, always doing this, always doing that. So to experience something outside of that comfort zone, even though it feels really good, like, wow, this is amazing. But, that comfort zone, like we say, even if the comfort zone is hell, ego is always going to put you to the comfort zone because it's the ego's idea of keeping you safe.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like we are learning. We continue to learn that stepping outside that comfort zone, it doesn't have to be a huge leap. We don't want to tear the muscle. We don't want to break the bone. We want to be able to introduce it to the ego where the ego doesn't throw us into fight or flight. The ego doesn't feel threatened. So that's why starting small, the ego starts to gain the trust and sees that, yes, we're doing something different, but it's also safe.
It's interesting because like just the experience with my arm, because now it's the second one in a few months.
Yes.
And I get to a place sometimes where I can't take it anymore. I can't do anything. And I get into this drama thing, chaos thing. And I just want to scream and cry. And I probably did.
Okay, good.
Probably did both. And, but that's like my usual, that's my place of origin motion, the chaos. And it still feels like I'm fighting the peace part, because you're sitting here, I'm okay, I can do this, I'm so lucky that I'm in this environment where I don't have a job right now and I can sit here and let it heal. But that doesn't take much to switch back into the old chaos. So it's too, the other thing that I need to work on is to stay there. How do you stay there and not go back in the chaos? I mean, yes, with all the things we're saying, it's the taking the breath, it's taking the walk. I know that, but I'm identifying it. How's that? Just all of a sudden, I just had a few times where I was just, this isn't fair. I don't want to live like this anymore. I mean, that intense. Why? Because I have to sit still,
Well, it's because it's still in there.
Yeah.
And you being able to give it voice helps it move through. What I'm learning, and we've talked about, being on the observation deck before and watching. And when those feelings come up in you, if you can stand on that observation deck or take a step back and just allow yourself to watch it unravel, like the infamous fitted sheet issue I had a while back, where I just lost my mind because of the fitted sheet. I was watching myself express all that craziness.
Yeah.
I didn't judge it. I just allowed it to I kept seeing it as, okay, this is pent up energy that needed to be let go. And this is the way it's expressing itself. So that was able to prevent me from beating myself up, because I would do the same thing and be like, oh, I held this piece for so long. And then I got angry and lost my mind. And then I'd beat myself up for that.
Yeah.
It would take me even longer to get back into alignment.
Yeah. That cycle for me is my challenge to break. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next time you're in it, like picture yourself stepping back and watching it. Allow that Janice to do her thing and express all those feelings, because those feelings are really real. And it's the trapped emotions that cause us issue. It's when we can sit back and let them flow. That's when they're just moving through. Every emotion is temporary, whether it's sadness, depression, happiness. It's temporary as long as we allow it to flow. But when we grab hold of it, I mean, I see myself as just like building the dam that blocks the flow. That's me. I'm the one picking up the rocks and building the dam.
Yeah.
So if I just stop building the dam and just let them flow, life is much easier.
That's so true.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we don't have challenges. It just means at the root, we know it's temporary.
Yep.
So.
Oh, man.
Yes.
So, I was worried because I kind of been in a bad space. And I said, oh, well, we're not going to have a guest. I'm going to have to be present. And I was a little worried about today. And then after the pre-game, whatever, I just felt my heart open. And Judy, it's almost time. It's been 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
My time's almost up.
Okay. All right. So your intuition is your most honest friend that you will ever have. Okay. So continue to work with it. Again, start small, then start asking more important questions. And one of the biggest exercises I did was I'd ask a question in the morning, and then I would just do that free flow writing, as I think is what they call it now. But I would just ask a simple question and then write whatever came to mind. Because I was also that mindset of, is this me creating this answer, or is it coming from a deeper space?
Yeah.
So when you wrote it all out, it's that practice of, okay, I'm going to write it. I'm not going to judge it. It is what it is. Sometimes it had an impact on my present day. Sometimes it was something that made sense 2 months down the road. But just that practice of, I'm going to write and I'm going to trust whatever's there is what I needed to write for today. And that helps exercise that muscle. Last thing, practice discernment. And this is so important right now. Discernment is when everything looks right on the outside, but something in you just won't settle. That uneasiness isn't random. It's God's, universe, spirit's way of whispering, look again. And in this world that we are living in right now, there is so much being thrown at us that it can be completely overwhelming. And when you feel overwhelmed, remove yourself, turn the news off, get off of social media, and sit with yourself. Ask to see the truth. And then see, like Janice said, see how it feels to you. We're getting information thrown at us from every different direction. And there's a little bit of truth in all of it, but a lot of bullshit on top of the little bit of truth. So
amen, sister.
Yes. So in order for us to dig through the bullshit, we have to, I'm going to say, lock it down in silence. Get yourself to that peaceful, aligned place and ask to see what's the truth of the experience.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way for you. I like to say, this is what's true for me. This is what I feel is true. And people can't challenge your truth.
No. And it's interesting because even when they say something that's against it, or like my sister who have influenced me my whole life, then she's wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, she's right, I'm wrong. Now it's more like, well, that's not how I feel.
Exactly.
Out of peace, and answer in peace,
And that's okay. If everybody thought the same, it'd be a really boring world.
Yeah.
But I think what we've lost grip of as a collective is being able to not see things the same way and it be okay. Yeah. Everybody's experience influences how you see life. That's right. And everybody has a different experience. So if we can be kind, respectful, and honor that. Yes. Sit in that seat of curiosity. I'm always very curious to see what people think and why they think it and what influenced them as they were growing up and things like that. When you can be curious, it takes judgment away. Yeah. So be curious in your own life and allow that curiosity to bubble out. Okay. Janice, it's been so fun.
That was fun. I missed it. I didn't realize how much peace just doing this gives me.
That was awesome. We were both a little like, wow, we haven't done it alone in a while. This has been fantastic. And we want to thank you all for tuning in and joining us and choosing to be here now with us. Please always remember,
you are not alone.
And don't ever forget, you are awesome. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for your support and being here.